Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for clicking on the video. I have a message here for someone. Of course, only take what resonates. Don't make it fit. So I lit Palo Santo to start, and when the smoke was going across my screen, it was the ending of a tornado. So, normally the tornado comes down, and then when it's ending, at least I think, it's going to be eaten back up into the sky. And then I heard the destruction is over. Birds began to sing again. The sun comes out. And it felt pretty shitty. It did. And then I heard, hang in there, all is well. Then closed my eyes, and there was an argument taking place. Uh, Felt like a car, like an argument in a car. Uh, you can switch gender roles, but there was a guy having the argument in the car with a woman, and he got out and slammed the door and walked away. And then the woman was crying. And then I heard two stubborn people not being heard, which is pretty natural, if we're fighting for our side of something, or we're trying to get our point across because the other person won't hear it or understand it or just can't see it. But when we're both in a position that, we're not listening to anything they're saying and we're just focusing on our point, we're not going to get anywhere. And then I asked, what's this about? And it was about a seed. And I'm going to leave it there. A seed can be many things in life. If we plant something for it to grow, for it to flourish, and if we don't tend to it, it's going to fail. Uh, that can be in any aspect of our life. Our first card was the Tower reversed, which denial. This could be looked at in a relationship sense that we're denying our actions, our behavior. This could also be rebuilding after this tornado took place. It's time to rebuild. It's rebuild us personally or this relationship, but it looks like the relationship should not exist. Our next card, Four Swords reversed. I'm looking at this. We could be, in a place where we're racking our mind back and forth on things, and it's time to move forward and confront it, whatever it is. Maybe we're afraid to confront it. Maybe we just want it to go away. We don't want to deal with it, but we need to. Next card, High Priestess, Intuition. Trust yourself. You know, and maybe we don't want to believe it. We don't want to face it. Message I did right before this, the last card, because I use these cards, and I wanted to look at the original picture for one card, and I pulled that deck out, and in my head, I heard it's the last card, but I didn't listen. I was like, it can't be. So I start going through every card, and I'm halfway through, and I'm like, it's the last card, but I wanted to go to the last card. I went through the entire deck, and it was actually the last card. So it's like we know, and we don't want to see it. Sometimes we wish that person, you know, we think, oh, maybe it's just me imagining things. No, it's like we don't want to believe it. We don't want them to be what they are or what they did or the choice that they made, and uh, we run from that. And then it'll get louder and louder, or we'll have more experiences to prove that, wow, that is true. They did do that, or they are that person. And we have to make a decision here that we don't want to. When we look at our next card, Two of Pentacles, this could be, if we did make this decision, we'd have to juggle a lot of things on our own. If we're in a partnership and, they were doing half, or maybe we already are doing everything and they're not holding up their end of the deal in a relationship. You know, we would love to see it 50-50, and maybe you're carrying more slack than they are. And that's what this was about. At the end of the day, our last card, Three of Pentacles reversed, ineffective team, you know, is this relationship uh, fulfilling anything at this point if you're carrying all the slack? Or, what would change if that was the case and you left the relationship? What would change if you already were carrying all the slack? Nothing. Could also look at it as, uh, you know, your goals aren't shared. we don't have the same goals. This person planted a seed elsewhere to go somewhere else or to invest in something else that's not a benefit of the team. Or are we working out of our ego or our selfish, behaviors to fulfill us and not the team, the relationship in general? This is a short message. I'm just going to keep it here. You already know what to do. I know you probably don't want to do it. I've been there before too, but I wish you the best and take care.